Good evening, football fans. Guess who's here? We got the gang here today, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, football fans around the world. I hope you're ready to rock and roll because we're going to have ourselves a good one here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Primetime face-off number 2 of week number 7 is here, ready to rock and roll. I'm excited as can be. I hope all of you are there at home because we got ourselves a doozy. Yeah, I said it. Who the hell says doozy anymore? I found out, fun fact, my cousin's boyfriend, fun fact, said that doozy comes from the car Duesenberg. I did not know that was a freaking car. So back in I'm not sure when this was. I want to say 30s, 40s. There was a car called the Duesenberg, and everyone would always say, since it was a very high, ritzy type of car, that's a doozy because that was the short name for it. Therefore, that's where that comes from. Fun fact, enjoy. I'm a Snapple. Anyway, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's rock and roll with our Primetime Face-Off. I hope you're excited. I'm going to have some fun with this one. I hope you are as well. So here we go. Ready to rock and roll and do the damn thing as we have Primetime Face-Off. Once again, number 2 of week number 7 as the Indianapolis Colts get ready and set to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Here we go, y'all. Niner gang versus, well, let's just say hashtag for the shoe versus hashtag FTTV. All right, let's do it. I know you're excited. We're ready to do this, man. Plenty of guests in the chat room here today by way of Japan right here, Mr. Yukiya Udima. That's right, y'all. Monday morning, and this man right here is enjoying it. That's right, y'all. So got to show him some love. One of our Hall of Famers here, and just so you know, hopefully all of you will be in the iSports Radio Hall of Fame soon. So, all right, y'all. So ready and set here today for today's show. Let's go ahead and get our introductions out of the way because this is going to be a fun-packed one here, y'all. So representing the away team, he is, of course. It's kind of funny because just so you guys know, Gina and Jess, these two guys over here were actually on the team last time the Colts were on Primetime. So they're kind of homies, but it's kind of cool.
Whatever.
So they're here to team up on you guys here tonight. So let's see, y'all. So with that said, y'all, for team high octane, if you will, tonight. Yeah, that's right. Welcome here. This is his second time here today, or here this season. Glad to have him, man. He is the man. Awesome dude, man. He is the leader of a band, but not just any band. This dude was a drum corps guy in high school and took it all the way. He is the lead man of High Octane Entertainment, performing at the Indy 500, Colts games, Pacers games, literally anything in the vicinity of Indiana. Big ups going on here today. Welcoming, here's one half of our Colts team here today. Yeah, drumline, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming the one, the only host and founder of High Octane Entertainment here on INDvsSF Radio, hosting all of our Indiana sports. Yeah. Still fight on USC. I don't care. Notre Dame won, whatever. Justin Larh, what's going on, Justin?
Hey, thanks for having me, man. That was one heck of an introduction. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks for having me on again. Should have won the last time I was on this show. I predicted a win. And, of course, they just fell completely apart against Baltimore a couple weeks back. So we'll see if we have better luck tonight.
Let's do it, man.
Unfortunately, you're losing. Sorry.
We shall see.
Niners are taking this. Sorry.
I love it. See, I'm loving it. We already got a battle going, y'all. So, representing the other half, and see, I love it because he's ready. He lost last time. He wasn't too happy. So, representing the other half of Team Colts here, Team High Octane here tonight. He, of course, is here for a second time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Mr. Matt. What's going on, Matt? How you doing tonight, man?
Is he sitting in the woods?
Guys?
Where is he sitting?
I can't see him.
I know. Where are you, Matt?
See me now?
Oh, now we can. You got to speak loud, brother. You got to speak loud.
All good? Let me scoot up. Cool. All good? Mic check.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Cool. Win. Oh, man. You guys don't have Lamar Jackson to save you like Baltimore did.
I love this. All right, so that introduction right there from these two gentlemen was priceless. So I've got to tell you, these two ladies here tonight, this might be the team of teams. Justin and Matt, this is no knock. You guys are a hell of a team. But Gina and Jess tonight team up for the first time. This is like freaking like if Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn were to team up together. I'm just saying, like two dynamic females who can make things happen. So I can't wait to hear these.
Die hard faithfuls.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is founder and host of Reppin' to NorCal Sports here on IE Sports Radio. Gotta show her some love. She is a diehard in every which way from Northern California. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming here for her first primetime face-off, here to get her feet wet at this show on 3 and Out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one and only Miss Gina G. What's going on, Gina?
Go Niners!
And of course, welcoming her teammate here today. Oh, this is where things get real quiet and the lights start going throughout the stadium. You know, this is like the Ray Lewis introduction, even though it's not Ray Lewis. This is, you know what I mean? This is like the introduction where she does the dance and comes out, you know? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming here for her up team time here on 3 and Out. She was a part of 3 and Outs before we even kept score. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is undefeated here. She has never lost a primetime face-off because every primetime face-off she's participated in, I've always given her the victory because she's just damn good. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman can battle, and I'm glad to have her here tonight to take on these Colts. Welcoming soon-to-be IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer. She is on her second ballot this year. Let's get her in there. Actually, no, I'm sorry. She's her IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer. I'm sorry.
Come on,
I got
now.
my notes mixed up. She is, of course, IE Sports Radio first ballot Hall of Famer. That's right. Inducted class of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming the one, the only, the woman we love to have on our shows, Jess! What's going on, Jess?
Woo! Happy National Tight Ends Day. Let's go.
I'm an idiot. I don't know why I said sing. I'm stupid. I'm
here tonight.
Trust me. The amount of things going through this head because of everything going on with like life and the station at the same time, yeah, it's kind of rough. So my apologies. So yeah, with that said, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here tonight. We have 3 guests. I'm glad we have 3 judges here tonight. Welcoming, of course, from the Canada, from the Great White North. Patriots fan, of course. He is a one-time winner here on 3 and Out. Mr. Turban, of course, the Turban Pats over here. So very glad to have him. He's a part of Turban Patriot, of course. He's a part of the judge team here tonight. The next guest here, he is, of course, the man who does everything at IE Sports Radio but sells popcorn, the host of the Southern California sports show here, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show. That's right, y'all. Also, fellow Hall of Famer here along with Jess, the same exact class in 2020, Mr. Taryn Rodriguez. What's going on? I'm really glad to have him.
Love that guy.
And our third and final guest here tonight, I didn't think, but I expect him to be non-biased. I usually don't pick fans of teams, but damn it, he was willing and ready to go. And what can I say? This is I'm telling you, I kind of hope he doesn't go biased with this one. But welcome in here for his first time judging. He was a part of the face-offs here. Unfortunately, his combatant didn't show up, so he's the default winner of one primetime face-off and diehard Niner fan, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Beltran. So I gotta show him some love. He's judging here tonight. So with that said, y'all, let's have some fun and get into tonight's primetime face-off. Big ups to our sponsors here, the Southern California Warriors, the team that I play for. Tough loss yesterday. I haven't played for a few weeks, but coming back at it, looking to end the season at 5-5, trying to make the playoffs. Of course, follow the Southern California Warriors at SoCal Warriors on Twitter, at Southern California Warriors on Instagram, and of course on Facebook at Southern California Warriors. Also, If you are a business looking for background checks, want to check out my boy, Mr. Kit Freeman, Background Check International, of course, go ahead and type in Background Check International space BCI. Check him out for professional purposes only. No illegal stuff here, y'all. Of course, Kit Freeman is the man if you want your background checks. And of course, catch him at www.bcint.com. Once again, www.bcint.com. And if you love IE Sports Radio and what you do, well, guess what? Here we go, y'all. You can follow IE Sports Radio at IE Sports Radio on Twitter, at IE Sports Radio on Instagram, and of course, at IE Sports Radio on Facebook. Give us a like. We certainly like that. So, with that said, y'all, without further ado, time to get into tonight's Primetime Face-Off. The Colts are in Levi, and it's going to be a battle, y'all. So, once again, big ups to all of our judges here tonight at Turban Patriot, Mr. Taryn Rodriguez and Jason Beltran. Twitter handles are up just in case you guys want to show some hate. I'm just kidding. But just kidding. So, looks like we lost Jess. We'll be getting her back momentarily. So let's go ahead and start this thing up. If you haven't already, go ahead and make your way on over to this Twitter handle right here at 3&Out IESR. Once again, at 3&Out IESR. Jess is upside down. Cool. Okay. So with that said, make your way up there. Who you think is going to win tonight's game, and of course, those three judges are going to pick who wins this debate here tonight. So without further ado, I'm going to stop flapping my gums. Let's do the damn thing. X Factors. All right, Justin, start us off, brother. Who are your X Factors for tonight's game, and why?
X Factors for me is always our X Factor, the maniac, Darius Leonard, the punch-out specialist. Continues to create turnovers. That's going to be the key. Whoever wins turnover battle tonight, that's my big X factor right there. He had 2 last week, a nice little interception, and then that punch out late in the game to seal the deal. That is absolutely going to turn the tide tonight, especially with a wet game. I feel like he's going to be able to disrupt things, especially in the run game. We'll see how it goes, though. But Darius Leonard, X factor for sure.
Beast. He wears the number that I wear, so I'm just saying 5'3" is just a beast number. So, I'm just saying. So, with that said, Matt, give it to us, brother. Who are your X Factors tonight and why?
Oh, I'm going to say actually a guy returning from the IR, Quentin Nelson. I think this game with all the rain and wind is going to be fought in the trenches, really. So I'm going to go with Big Q. Hopefully he'll free some space up for all of our running backs. It's going to be a ground and pound kind of game, I think, for both teams.
I'm loving it, man. So good stuff there. We got 2 X Factors. Right? Uh-oh. What was that, Jess?
You remember what defensive line you're going against, right?
Ha ha ha. Big Q don't care.
I
love how she responds with a giggle. Okay. Gina G. Start us off for Team Niners here tonight, for Team Reppin' Debate. Gina G, X Factors and why?
I mean, he's one of the top wide receivers in the league. Deebo Samuel. He can't be stopped right now. So I don't care if there's torrential rain, wind, whatnot. He's going to be targeted. And honestly, I don't even – do I need to get started in on how we're going to dominate the Colts today? I'll save that for later. But basically, our biggest X factor right now is Deebo Samuel.
I got to tell you right now, Deebo Samuel, yes, I remember seeing this young man in the Pro Bowl. I'm sorry, the Pro Bowl. Well, he will be there. But in the Senior Bowl a couple of years back, seeing him in practice was amazing. I was so irritated when he went to the Niners. I was like, this team is going to do a lot of winning with this young man because he does everything, man. He's amazing. So I love it. And that's nothing against the Niners.
It's his biggest year. It's his biggest season.
We even had the bye week last week, and he's still top 5 after last week.
Exactly.
Amazing. And trust me, I wasn't irritated because the Niners, I was going to be irritated to whoever got him because I was hoping my horrible Raiders, let's not talk about them, would get him. But regardless, we didn't. Anyway, with that said, I don't care if we won today. Don't be getting in the chat room talking about Raider Nation. No, we have a lot of winning to do before we can do that. So anyway, all right. With that said, Jess, X Factors and why?
I am going with the guy who's calling the plays, Kyle Shanahan, and the one who's ultimately executing them, and Jimmy G. We need them both going tonight for this to work out, and it's actually going to happen. And I see you, Justin. I see you.
Shanahan, that's your X factor. The dude who is like constantly overhyped and has a losing record right now. Like, what is he? I don't know what his record is, but the losses are just starting to get embarrassing. Like, I cannot believe that's your X factor. But okay, that's all right.
Yeah, I can fight. That's fine. I'll wait. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'd like to rebut. I'd like to say that this is going to be the game that we're going to come back. We're doing a kumbaya circle right now. We're going to bring everyone together and prove why Kyle Shanahan is the offensive genius. These next 2-3 games on the schedule is going to bring us those wins that we need, because Jimmy G is our QB1, whether these 49er fans who are bringing toxicity on Twitter like it or not. So I don't know what Kyle Shanahan has in store, but our run game was our identity. Mostert, unfortunately, is gone for the season, but we've got Jermichael Hasty coming back from IR, and he is going to get those touches. So you just wait and see, because he's going to call those plays, and God damn it, we are going to win this game against your trash-ass team.
It is time to right the ship, and we're righting the ship right now.
First things first, trash teams are called the Raiders, not the Colts. Anyway, with that said, and if you really want a trash team, my team.
And yeah, your team is trash. I'm going to second that.
Well, guess what? If you really want trash, last night's USC game, that was trash. Anyway, so with that said, yeah, I see you, Justin. I see you over there at the little Colts hat. Okay, so with that said, Mr. Notre Dame man over there, with that
we got
said,
the guy in the woods over there.
Let's start things off. Let's get into the fire round, y'all, and have some fun fighting. This is always the fighting already begun. I love this, but the fire round, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and do this thing. So, Justin and Matt, we'll get started with you guys again, since you are the away team. What are the weaknesses on the 49ers that you feel the Colts can expose to win tonight? Justin, we'll start with you. Matt,
can't wait to hear it.
Well, I talked about how Darius Leonard's going to be X factor. Their offensive line, yikes. You're talking about McGlinchey, Brumskill, and Tomlinson. They're barely hanging on, man. I definitely know that we can get the pass rush going tonight. Clooney Pace coming back. Our guys, our ends are going to become screaming around. We're going to be disrupting him. You talk about your QB1, right? He's not that mobile. Hasn't he? He's been a little bit banged up. There's no way he's going anywhere except in that pocket. And we're going to be bringing some extra pressures. Eberflus is going to start throwing some curveballs at you guys. And that is definitely a little crack, a little chink in the armor that is the vaunted whatever Shanahan offensive genius. But then you can look at the defensive side. Okay, yeah, you got Bosa. But you got some major liabilities in the run game. He's a great pass rusher. Yes, there's no doubt about that. But when it comes to running, who's the running specialist? We are. Taylor is going to give you guys nightmares. You're going to be wishing you had never seen Colts come into your stadium, because Taylor's going to be up and down that field all night.
Okay, Matt, give it to us.
I'll have to agree with Justin. I mean, their offensive line is really not that good, and in a game that's going to be pretty much decided in the trenches, that's it's a pretty big weakness for them. Their D-line is going to get easily pushed around by our offensive line, who is a run-blocking offensive line. And Fred Warner is the only guy who really is a good run stopper on that team. So I think JT is really just going to, like you said, run up and down that field. And if Deebo Samuel is really your best weapon, I mean, that's almost a weakness right there. The run game really don't scare me for the Niners at all. Yeah,
actually, just reminded me.
Okay, so
you just reminded me. Aren't the 49ers like the most penalized team for pass interference? So Wentz is going to be checking those corners, especially that right corner. You got Kirkpatrick and Norman. Little iffy getting those PIs.
You're reaching when you start going for most penalized team and everything else. Like, get out of here with that shit. Go back and sit in the woods, both of you.
I love this. Great stuff. All right, team.
And I mean that with a
Team High Octane freaking out. I'm over here stuttering and crap, man. Team High Octane came out with it. Okay.
You're going to have Lenore make more plays, too. I mean, that's in the works.
Our shark is back. That's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. So, Gina G, Jess, take turns. Start us off, Gina. tell us what you thought about their weaknesses and say, hey, you know what? Okay, I kind of agree, or no, you guys are delusional. And then, of course, I want to hear what are your weaknesses on the Colts that you feel your 49ers can expose to win tonight. Gina, we'll start with you.
Look, I just got one thing to say. 2 words. Carson Wentz. He's back. He's trash. He's been trash, and he always will be trash. All right. He's been exposed since 2019. Okay. I'm tired of hearing his name. To be honest with you, he's trash. That's it. That's all I have to say. Carson Wentz.
Wow.
It's a wrap.
Jess, you want to follow that?
It's a wrap.
He is.
Oh, and they've only won 2 games against the Dolphins and the Texans. My God, give me a break. We kept the Cardinals below 30 points, and the only team to do that. We had winnable games. Carson Wentz, give me a break. I'm done.
And to add to that, T.Y. Hilton is out, and on the other side of the ball, Blackman is out, the safety. We got this. We're good. And I agree. Carson Wentz is trash. End of story.
Ladies, y'all.
On the Niners.
Once again, y'all,
On
Team
the
Rep
Niners.
in NorCal Sports is coming out with it tonight. So, okay, with that said, I love it, though. Judges, y'all can't tell me High Octane didn't come out, man. That was probably the hardest round, I think, in the history of this show to grade. That was hard. That was fun. I wish they were all the shows were like this close. They are usually pretty close, but this one is like super close. Okay,
you know what? When you get the ladies of the
time
Empire,
for the lightning
Larry,
round,
when you
of course.
get the ladies of the Empire,
But before we do that, I want to know, give us your thoughts on what they said, Justin and Matt. And then, of course, I want to hear, in the lightning round, your game plan for the Colts to beat the 49ers tonight. So start off, once again, Justin, then Matt, what you thought of what they just said, and then give us your game plan. And I want it to the T.
So if Carson Wentz is trash, he only has 1 interception with 9 touchdowns, and he's apparently trash. The dude came back on
How
2
many games has he
sprained
played?
ankles. The very next
All of them.
weekend, he was back playing. Yes, it was the Dolphins, but yet he could barely walk, and he still beat them. The next week, we should have beaten the Ravens. And
I need a stat guy. How many games has he played?
You talk about how T.Y. Hilton was out. Okay, yes, he was out. But in that Ravens game, who mossed the Ravens secondary? But Michael Pittman Jr., watch out for him. Mo Ali Cox, our tight end, you can't have a 50-50 ball because he's coming down with it. Hands down. Our game plan, as long as we can establish our run, control your run, of course, we're going to have out Fisher with Bosa and this, that, and the other. But there are so many little kinks and chinks in your armor that, okay, you got a great defense, but I'm telling you, Wentz will pick it apart tonight. You call him trash, you'll be eating those words tonight. I guarantee it.
Matt?
I just think it's funny that they went with Wentz over maybe our secondary. I mean, they just mentioned Julian Blackman being out. I thought they would have maybe went after our safeties, but Carson Wentz was, kind of that surprised me a lot. I mean, he would be starting
That
on
just
the
opens
49ers.
up our deep ball, sweetheart.
What does?
I said Blackman being out just opens up our deep ball, sweetheart.
You went after Wentz, though, not our secondary, so I'm kind of confused by
go
that. I
after
would have went
Wentz.
after our secondary for our
I didn't go
weaknesses,
after
but you said
Wentz.
Wentz, and that really was
I didn't
questionable
go
because he'd be
after
starting
Wentz.
for your team. You don't even know whether Jimmy G or Lance is going to start. You guys don't even know who's starting for that game.
You know,
Jimmy
if you
G.
follow the game, you know that Jimmy G is going to start and Trey Lance isn't even active.
Yeah.
Then why'd you guys select the quarterback that high? If Jimmy G's so good.
I'm sorry. You're
Exactly.
in the woods.
That's a whole nother conversation. I can gladly talk to you and debate with you on that and fill you in. You can listen to my
Quarterback
podcast
system?
every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern.
I'd rather not.
She didn't just plug her podcast.
You know what, Gina? He's in the woods, so he might not be able to listen.
I mean, I can fill him in on why Kyle Shanahan traded up, to the 3rd spot and why he's not starting Trey Lance and what happened with the injuries. If you'd like, I can go into it right now, but I don't think we have time because there's a game starting.
You know what? All they need
Either
to know
way,
is
Wentz is
Jimmy G
better than
starting
both of them.
tonight, and that's all that
Either
matters.
way.
Hands down. Frank Reich is the quarterback
Quarterback rating.
whisperer. This is Wentz's comeback season, and he's lighting them up tonight.
Oh,
Matt
Frank
and Justin, I think you should just wave the white flag.
Time out. Frank Reich was the quarterback whisperer for Nick Foles, not Carson Wentz, sweetheart.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is one hell of a battle. We haven't even done this yet. Oh my gosh, this is fun. Okay, so Colts, we got your guys' game plan. I love it. You've reacted. You got your game plan. The ladies have responded with a fury. Now, I want to know, what are your game plan, team repping the Bay? What you got? Gina, we'll start with you. Then we'll end with you, Jess. What are your game plans for your Niners to beat these Colts tonight at home?
Just keep it where our identity is the run game. I mean, obviously, Shanahan has made it clear that Jimmy G is our quarterback. Keep him in the pocket, short passes. I mean, why would we go long ball anyway in the torrential rain? You know? And our defense, we've got Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the league. You know, our defense is going to come out strong. And we've got Nick Bosa with sacks. He's going to sack the shit out of Carson Wentz anyway. So I have no problem. Like I'm no doubt, no fear in my mind. I mean, you saw Nick Bosa in 2019 against the Redskins. We could score a field goal and still win the game. Go swimming in the puddles.
Jess, please follow up with that.
We got Jimmy G, Elijah Mitchell, JaMychal Hasty, Trey Sermon, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Trent Sherfield, Charlie Warner, Ross Dwelly. Let's go. We got All-Pro Fred. We got Azeez Al-Shaair. We got Nick Bosa. We got DJ Jones. We got D Ford on third downs. We got K'Wan Williams back. Let's go.
What she said.
Oh my gosh. That was amazing. Okay, I'm loving all of the fandom is what I'm talking about, y'all. IU Sports Radio right here. This is what it's all about, y'all. By the fans, for the fans. That's exactly what this is. Justin and Matt, closing statements while we go ahead and get those finals. So, judges, please send me your final tallies while we get things going here for the win tonight for these two. And closing statements, go in order, please. Justin, Matt, Gina, Jess, go right after each other. Closing statements, and of course, a final score if you would like.
Of course, we've got a plan for Deebo and Nick Bosa. That's not going to be a problem at all. They're going to help Fish. They know exactly how to carve up this team. Like I said, Wentz is going to do what he does most. He's going to manage the game. But Taylor is the one who's going to give you all nightmares. It is going to be a slug-it-out, drag-out game where, yes, it is going to come down to the run game. Our defense has that on lock for sure. And I'll tell you, the quarterback is getting knocked down, but it's not going to be Wentz. It is definitely going to be the 49ers quarterback, especially when they're 24th on third down, they're 29th in turnover differential. They're last in QB hits. They have the most hit QB out there. So expect more of that tonight. The Colts win 21-17. 21-17. Colts win.
All right, Matt, what you got?
I mean, it's going to be pretty easy for us. I mean, I can list off all of our starters, and I mean, I think they were saying that Deebo Samuel is going to be the X factor, and then say that the passing game is not going to be relevant. I think that's kind of funny, but I mean, JT is just going to have a hell of a game. I mean, there's no way they're going to stop him in the ground and pound kind of game. It's probably going to be like 28-7 Colts.
All right, what do we got, Jess?
On National Tight End Day, it's going to be Ross Dwelly, Charlie Warner type day. And I think we're going to go 24-10. And go Niners! Let's go!
Jess, give it to us.
And what I always say when I go to every game at Levi's, which I should have been there today, but, you know, ring. I shout through the parking lot every tailgate as I walk in, and I shout when I'm sitting down, Niners by 20!
Doesn't happen, though.
I'll tell you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a hand clap? Oh, my gosh. What a freaking face-off. These four went at it tonight. I mean, really, there's no way they didn't. This was just a great battle, and wow.
And even though George Kittle's not playing tonight, special shout out to him. He started National Tight Ends Day. Love you, George. Get back out there next weekend. We got games to win.
He's
Let's
not
go.
playing. But he's out.
Well, I'll tell you right now, y'all. This is special. Waiting for the final judge. Us actually the second judge. So we got the tallies coming in right now. So with that said, while we wait for our final judge, the tally to come in here tonight, let's go and take a look at who you, the listeners, think is going to win tonight's matchup, y'all. So Sunday Night Football, game going down in Levi. The sun is still up over here on the West Coast. And, well, this is going to be some game tonight. But my gosh, if that wasn't a face-off, I mean, that might have been probably one of the absolute best face-offs we've had.
It was! It was so
That was
fun.
great. You guys didn't back down. You guys fought like hell. I'm really glad I'm not a judge because I would call us a draw. I'm sorry, but that's just my personal.
It's fun.
But that's why I'm not judging. We have 3 other people who are judging tonight, so that's perfect. So with that said, y'all, let's go ahead and there we go. The final pick is in from Taryn, of course, and yeah, that's funny. Happy the 49ers didn't take Mac Jones. One of our audience members there. So with that said, you guys. All right, the final tally is in, and let's see what they thought. So, thank you to everybody who voted on tonight's show for, of course, the voting poll. And wow, I can't believe it was this lopsided, but I guess we'll see what happens in tonight's game. Ladies and gentlemen, you listeners out there, with 80%. Are going with, I can't even give a pause for this one, you guys, are going with the San Francisco 49ers. A lot of Niner fans found that poll, y'all. I mean, oh my goodness, you guys. I do got to say one thing, though. I got to say something. Last week, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago? When it was Colts, 2 weeks ago. I was eating crow the whole game because I personally thought the Ravens wouldn't blow out the Colts, but they would beat them. Me looked like this. My jaw fell open to see the freaking Colts absolutely destroy the Ravens, except for they just didn't put the foot on the gas and they just didn't finish the job. The Colts, they possess a power that is scary, but they just got to learn how to finish freaking games. Now, the Niners, there has been some games this year where I have said, what the F word? I mean, seriously, like, how in the hell did you lose that? And there's some games where I'm like, okay, I'm puzzled. Like, I don't even know what happened because the Niners have been a roller coaster all year long. I don't even understand it. But both these teams tonight, this is going to be a hell of a game. Like, seriously, as close as this face-off was, this is going to be a game just like it. So, Colts with another blow on their defense. Rhodes hurt in pregame warm-ups. Oh, no! Debo going to expose that defense. Go Niners. Niners 21, Colts 10. Oh, my goodness. I did not know that. Well, both QBs are injury prone, so there you have it. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get to the final tallies here. So, we have one that didn't score, and the other 2 did score. So, Turban Patriot will score X Factors for Gina and Jess. The fire round for Justin and Matt. And the overall in the lightning round, he's picking Gina and Jess to win here tonight. So, Turban, there's one vote for the ladies. They're up right now 1-0. So, shout out to George Kittle. So, Terrence says I got the Niners winning 20-17. Don't count these Colts out, ladies and gentlemen. I know we got a lot of 9-11 here tonight, but it's going to be a good game. All right, so next up here, in the fire round, Taryn Rodriguez will judge it 9-8. He's taking Gina and Jess. In the lightning round, he is taking 9 to 8.5. Gina and Jess, which means his final, which he actually did take here in this round. He did go, actually no, fire round, Justin and Matt. I'm sorry. Justin and Matt 10-9 in the fire round. And in the lightning round, to conclude his pick, he's taking Gina and Jess, which means by way of 2 judges.
Yay!
We have the winners here. However, the last judge here tonight, of course, it doesn't even matter because I'm pretty sure he's a biased Niner fan. But regardless, yes, he went with Gina and Jess as well for unanimous decision here tonight, even by the first 2 that are not Niner fans. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our winners here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Gina and Jess, a.k.a. Team Repping NorCal Sports. Congratulations, ladies.
Niners by 20!
Let's go, Niners! Let's go!
I love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a hell of a face-off. I got to know something. We're going to talk to our winners real fast. Matt and Justin, don't go nowhere. But Gina, Jess, I mean, that's a victory. First one for you, Gina. Jess continues to stay undefeated. The streak is real with Jess. Tell us what's going on, y'all. How you liking those picks? Oh, we got some silence, huh?
Who are
What?
you talking to?
Are you asking me?
She's speechless.
Who?
You know
No, I
what?
said-
I'm so ready for the game. I'm ready to roll. Let's go.
Hey, I'm with it, you guys. So with that said, we're getting close here to the game. So, ladies, where can these diehard Niner fans find you?
I'm on Twitter at JM41484. Let's go.
Gina G?
I'm at Weapon Debate 415, talking sports all day, all night.
All righty. Well, I'm loving it. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys, there were the two gentlemen here tonight. I'm serious. I don't understand. They're
Y'all did
These
a great
guys are
job.
awesome.
You guys
did
were
a great
great. You
job.
guys were great. Good luck in the
You guys
woods.
did a good job.
I
I got
thought they did
scared there
one
for a
vote.
second.
I thought they did one vote, but
second.
I mean, close enough. But Justin, Matt, where can they find you guys, y'all?
On Twitter, of course, at Mad Drums, MADDRUMZ. And yeah, at High Octane Entertainment. That's the name of my group that performs at the Colts Pacers and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And just like my patients last night, about to pull an upset tonight.
Absolutely, man. Matt, where can they find you, brother?
I'm on Twitter as well, ColtsS21, COLTSET21. Go Colts.
I'm loving it. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, listeners, and ladies and gentlemen, here in the debate, we appreciate you all so very much for being here tonight. It has been amazing. Enjoy the freaking game. Enjoy. Have a wonderful rest of your guys' evening. God bless you all and your families. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evenings, guys. And we'll talk to you all very soon. Have a good one, y'all.
Thank you.
You too, Larry. Go Niners.
Go Niners by 20.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, that's going to do it for here tonight's show, y'all. We are going to talk about my final debate or my final weigh-in coming up here in just a few seconds. So while everyone's making their exit here tonight, I've got to say that was one hell of a debate. And, well, at the end of the day, y'all, you got to hear what I got to say at the end. I want to pick the Colts because how strong they were versus the Ravens. But ladies and gentlemen, I just can't do it. These Niners here tonight, they seem strong. That defensive line seems strong. And damn it, I want to be able to say that these Colts can make it happen. Actually, yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm sorry. That was good for wasn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, I think the Colts are going to pull it off tonight on the road. Final score, 24-17. I said it, y'all. Enjoy. It's going to be a good one. Big ups, and thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight, to all of our judges, to everybody, our combatants. We just thank you so very much for being here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, there's my final weigh-in, and we will see what happens here tonight. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for tonight's debate right here on 3 and Out, and we will see how it all pans out. Once again, y'all, for me, your boy Larry B, this is 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I will see you guys on, tomorrow night. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.